is well known that protein is essential for muscle growth as well as virtually everything else within the body. So check out the video on protein for more information on this, but in this one we're going to be looking specifically at supplements. So there is absolutely no denying that we must consume the required amounts within our body. Now, the big issue nowadays is the abundance of supplements. If you go into any supermarket or take a walk into your local town or city, I can guarantee you there will be some shops that sell protein supplements. Now, as well as this, you go to your local gym and you will see so many people swigging down shakes before, during, and after their workout without any real understanding of what it's for, why they're doing it, and more importantly, if they actually need it or not. So, what is the truth? What actually are they? Do we really need them? Protein supplements can be split into three main categories: powders, ready-to-drink shakes, and bars. Now, there's a rise in high-protein foods whereby they've fortified everyday foods and even unhealthy foods with protein to make it more appealing to the consumer. Now, the main types of protein they tend to contain are whey, casein, soy, or a combination of the three of them. Whey is protein that's derived from milk, and it contains high levels of essential amino acids, which are readily digested, absorbed, and retained by the body for muscle repair. It's also worth noting that whey is a waste product. Whey used to actually be fed to pigs. So it's a waste product in the cheese making industry, which I will touch on in a wee minute. So if you've ever let milk sit and go off, it'll separate into solid, which is curds, and a liquid, which is whey. This whey used to be chucked away until somebody realised they could extract the protein from it and they could turn it into a powder and sell it for a lot of money. Casein is also derived from milk, but it provides a slower digested protein as well as high levels of amino acids, and it can also help protect against muscle breakdown during intense exercise. Soy protein is less commonly used. However, with the rise of vegan diets, it is getting more popular, and that has actually been shown to help reduce cholesterol as well. So there's a lot of research into the area of protein supplements, but it shows a mix of results. So some show that they help increase muscle strength, mass, and other ones reported no or minimal effects. So it's worth noting that protein is easily achieved through regular food, and it does remain a very strong focus of mine to advise people how to get sufficient protein through a food-first approach. The cost, they're very expensive, and especially if it's something that's going to end up in the toilet, then is it really worth it? So the body basically takes what it needs and the rest it will get excreted in urine. So again, think about that. Secondly, if you are an athlete who is required to undertake an anti-doping test, then it's definitely something that I would try to steer clear of. Supplements are regulated differently to pharmaceutical products. So when you pick up a packet of ibuprofen in the shop and you look at the ingredients list, everything that is on it is what is in the tablets, nothing else. When it comes to supplements, you could take a look at the ingredient list to make sure there's no prohibited substances. And even though it appears fine from the ingredient list, there might have been some contamination from something as trivial as a spoon that's been used to mix something else. And that could actually be picked up on an anti-doping test, and that could result in seeing you getting banned. So again, really important you take that into consideration if you're thinking about taking supplements. In the UK, if a product is labelled as high protein, then by law, they can only put that on the packaging if the product contains, or if the product is 20% of its energy value coming from protein. This doesn't necessarily mean that there's a lot of protein in it. So, for example, semi-skimmed milk contains around 28% protein. Now, it's 28% protein whether it's a litre or 10 mils. So in theory, I could give you a shot of milk, label it as high protein, put the price up a little bit because it's high protein, and by UK law, this would actually be allowed and could easily fool people into thinking that it has a lot of protein in it, and that could result in them buying that over something else. So unfortunately, I think there's too many people who promote supplements who are only in it for financial gain and not your best interests. So think about this. There's so many specific supplement shops who claim to offer advice on sports nutrition. Now, if everyone who went in there looking to increase their protein intake were told, oh, it's easy to get sufficient protein from your diet, things like milk, eggs, chicken, you can easily help you achieve your targets, they'd never make any money and their business would not continue. So they have to sell things to make money. And likewise, there's some personal trainers who promote supplement companies that they are part of. So things like Herbalife. And again, they don't have your best interests at heart. And I say this so many times, and it's something that I'm really, really passionate about. You really don't need to buy supplements. Save your money and use it for something better. So or even things like higher quality foods, better quality food, some new trainers, things like this. So many things you could use that money for that's actually required. I actually sometimes get criticised by people selling these supplements, and they claim that because I've not been to the meetings and things like that, that experts don't know anything. And I have to say, what do I have to gain by discouraging these companies publicly on social media and telling people to drink milk and eat chicken? I always tell my clients that in the nicest possible way, if I don't see you again, then I've done my job right. Because you've gained an understanding of nutrition, you've gained an understanding about what you need to do, and you don't need to pay somebody or you don't need to buy supplements because you actually know what you're doing. So put in a little bit of organisation, plan your meals in advance, and this will ensure that you're aware of how much protein that you're going to be consuming. And if you need more, you can plan it in, and it means that you know you're getting it, rather than getting to the end of the day and finding out that you're 20 or 30 grams short, and then having to rummage in the cupboards and maybe picking something that's not what you actually would like to have. So use the tables in the resources section, use the resources in there to help you plan ahead, and that's going to make a big difference to your diet. And if you are going to be spending money on supplements, it's going to help you steer clear of them and save some money that way as well.